All right, students. So, hi, AP Bio students. This is what you are working on today. So, first, you're going to finish the North Valley Biotechnology Center survey. It's in your Google Classroom. Make sure you've done that today. 8 of you have. Congratulations, you're awesome. You win the prize. I don't know what the price is yet, but good job. The next thing is graph by hand. There's a fertilizer and plant graph. There's a video from Paul Anderson. He talks for about 30 seconds and says, now you can pause the video in a second if you would like to and graph this. And then you can come back. Pause it when you get there. So watch it. He'll say, here's a data table, and you can graph it. Pause your little video, graph, 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 graph. I want to see whatever you graphed right that minute. So as soon as you've graphed whatever he has in the data table, and this might take you 10 minutes, that's okay. Do it by yourself. Yes, Abril, yes, I'm looking at you, yes, Hannah, yes, talking to each other, no, graphing, yes. Ha! So working on that, graphing, making sure you're graphing by yourself, working through this piece. As soon as you're done graphing, what you want to do is you want to go to watch the rest of the video. He'll walk you through then exactly how he would have graphed it and how I would have graphed it too, hopefully. So as you're looking at that, look at your graph and make any changes. The changes that you make, I want you to make with him. So you should have one graph that's like your before graph, the graph you made all by yourself, and the second graph, the graph that you graphed with Paul Anderson as he walks you through the video. It's not a very long video. Watch it on your iPads, graph it together. It shouldn't take you more than 15, 20 minutes total to do that part. If it takes you longer than that, that's okay, but know that you will have a little bit of homework. The next thing is number 3, in the AP Biology manual, which is in your Google Classroom. It's a PDF, it's attached. Go to the very end of it. It's Appendix B. Read Appendix B. Complete the graphing worksheet that goes with it. It's in Google Classroom. You'll be able to open it up, save your own copy, do that thing with it. As you're doing this, it'll say that we're having graphing on our graphing test. We're not having a graphing test. Remember our next thing that we're turning in, the same project that's the end of your semester project, that's your lab report that we've been talking about. You know, you'll have a summative, but it'll be a lab report. That one, it's going to have a graph on it. So we need to make sure that your graph is spiffy and splendid and super and wonderful and ready to go. The only way we can do that is if we get some more practice. Finally, visit Biology Corner. You're running a mini virtual experiment. I'm not sure if it'll open on the iPad. Please check to see if it will. I didn't have my iPad at home. I left it at school plugged in. So make sure that you tap the little thing to open the flower. Like you have to click on the flower. When you click on the flower, what's going to happen is it's going to it'll tell you like what do you want to plant it in. You pick like a little terracotta pot, you pick the kind of soil, then the little ruler pops up on the screen and you use the ruler to measure the little virtual flowers. It's really self-explanatory, but you do have to click in the middle of it. You'll have to build a data table, you'll have to graph it on a separate sheet of paper, do both of those things, and write a conclusion. Remember, the conclusion should look at your data, both your data table and your graph, which should be separate entities, and you'll be able to tell what happened to those plants as a result of whatever test you decided to run with them. If you have extra time, Google plasmolysis in plant cells and find a great video of plasmolysis. Red onion plasmolysis is really cool, things like that. We'll be investigating this with our osmosis lab, which is what your final write-up piece is going to be. So all of this osmosis stuff is amazing and fun, but it's going to end up being your test. So play around with some osmosis pieces. The AP Lab Manual has some great resources as well that you can look at to see what's going on with osmosis and diffusion. All right, so if you have questions, please email me. I will be near my email. If you have comments, post them on the thread. I'll check this every day. Well, I'll be gone for a day, so I think you guys will survive. If you were going to take a test today, I'm really, really sorry. I was not able to make copies of that test, so you will be taking it next week. Yes, next week. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen today. I will see you when I get back. Take the extra time and study. Watch the videos. Watch Paul Anderson's cell video if you're studying for that still. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.